Yo, 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 what up, world? What up, Fight fam? It's your boy Mac with Stay Ready Boxing TV coming at you with another one. The first episode of the Houston Hard Hitters, me and 503 Line. What's up, 503?
What's up? What's up, Stay? How you doing,
What-
Mister?
Hey man, I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
What's up,
Oh, great.
man? Man,
Got some questions.
appreciate appreciate you having you on, man. Say, first off, I do want to give you a chance to. You said you had some things to get off your chest and chop it up about. So I wanted to give you the space and opportunity to go ahead and speak your piece real quick before we get in any questions or anything like that, man.
Let's just get right into it. It'll come eventually. I got to get loose. I loosen up.
All right. Hey, matter of fact, my first question. You know, is when is Seville gonna get another fight? That's my first question.
Man, I got him scheduled for March 23rd. It's just the opponent thing has been the issue. Uh,
Yeah.
I literally have been turned down upwards of about 25 to 30 people since that fight in Las Vegas. Uh,
Man.
about
Damn.
about seven so far for this card that I'm working on to get him on right now. Um, don't nobody want to fight the kid.
They scared of him, man.
I
and
mean, and that's even with adding extra money on top of whatever the promoters want to pay. Incentives, bonuses, just whatever, and they just nobody wants any. I mean, the closest I've got, which is basically to me is like, no, we don't want to fight him. Is that's a good fight, but just not right now. We want to build these two up so they can meet later. I'm like, okay, that's
it's,
basically.
how you gonna build up fighters that aren't really just out there like that? And then 9 times out of 10, I bet you Seville got a bigger following.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's not even the yeah, like I said, man. Honestly, I think Coach and I were talking about this the other day, and we both believe that the fight in Las Vegas on the Mayweather card, um, I think it might have ended up turning out to be more of a bad thing than a good thing.
It did
For the
because
fact that like all they got to do is most people, okay, what's the kid's name? We Google his name, they see that, and then they're like, oh shit, that's the guy. No,
yeah, man. I gotta holler at Seville too. I gotta bring him back on, man, because it's been a while.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. We'll be in the gym next week. Let's plan something next week. Uh,
bet.
do it.
Bet. How about next Saturday?
Yeah, we can
Before
do it. We can do it right after sparring next Saturday.
what time?
We'll say it'll be around 1:30 my time.
Okay, that's great because I am going to that fight later on that night to the Jaime Munguia fight. So that's here.
Okay.
So bet, yeah, that'll be great. So that'll be 2 o'clock, 2:30 my time. So yeah, we're
All
gonna
right.
set that up. And is Manny getting into any fight soon?
Nothing yet. We've had a couple little offers, just didn't make sense yet. But he's back in the gym, working, getting ready, and we can wait till something good comes our way.
Tell him stay ready. Boxing is still 100% behind him, man.
Oh, you already. Matter of fact, I still got a T-shirt for you.
Oh yeah, and I got to get y'all both of y'all some shirts. I'm actually like I said, I just got some things back together, so things starting to look up. So I'm finna start getting those shirts together too.
All right, sounds good.
Already. Hey, 503, you got anything for him, man?
Oh, most definitely, man. I got a couple of questions for him, man. I've been on your Twitter feed stalking you, bro, because I'm the young lion, man, and I like to be
Hey,
prepared.
all right.
You recently tweeted, uh, you said you have three major goals when it comes to boxing. Can you elaborate on those three goals, if you don't mind, please? And what
Uh,
are?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I go ahead and do that. One of the biggest things that I want to do this year is I want to promote my own show this year in Colorado.
Okay,
I talked about with Mac before. It's a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of hate, a lot of just nonsense that goes on between promoters and gyms and things like that here in Colorado. Um, I've said a lot that I wanted to put a stop to it, but it's getting to the point to where I'm just really like, and it's not towards everybody, but I'm really just like, fuck everybody. So a goal of mine is to do my own thing and do it my way. Give these fighters a real opportunity to make money, a real opportunity to showcase their skills, and not put on no bullshit fights here locally. You know, and this is more or less, like I said, for me and for my city and my town. That's goal number one. Number two, I want to bring, and I'm actually still in the works. I want to bring Top Rank back to throw a show here in Denver. They haven't been here since, I want to say, about 4 years ago when Mike Alvarado fought Brandon Rios. Kind of a wishy-wash fight. Left a bad taste in their mouth, but I got a real good relationship with Brad Goodman and a lot of people at Top Rank. So a lot of untapped potential here in Denver, and I'm definitely made it a goal to bring Top Rank here to put on a show and to showcase some of our younger talent as well, some of the upper echelon guys that we have here. And the third one, that's still being kept under wraps for right now.
For sure, for sure. Appreciate that, man. So it seemed like you really want to put your city on the map, man.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We got a really bad stigma in the boxing world. That a lot of the guys out here are just, used as opponents, stepping stones. So a lot of our younger guys don't get an opportunity because of, the things that the older guys went through. So we gotta work a little extra hard just to get noticed. And I definitely plan on helping a lot of these younger guys get there.
Yeah. It seemed like people more so go there to train and get in shape and stuff rather than have fights there, man.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of them do. And that's another big thing too. Is a reason a lot of big cards don't come here is because of the altitude. A lot of guys are afraid to come here and fight in the altitude. You don't see a lot of MMA shows here or boxing shows just for that matter. It's going to take you, a few weeks up towards a month just to get acclimated to the weather, the air, the altitude, and so forth here. So a lot of shows don't come here, but what can you do?
And we got, main event. Mark said in the chat that he said, "Tell Manny that we still got his back."
Yeah, I definitely will. I mean, that night was tough. It was.
He went away from a lot of the game plan too, because I can hear the coaches in the corner telling him, "You need to do this and you need, do this, do that." But
he picked. It was the worst day that night. That might have been the worst night I've ever seen him have, honestly. And it was just it was no worse time for it, man. And there's no excuses. Fought a great fight. He did what he needed to do, and he implemented his game plan. And it was just a bad night for Manny. I mean, I don't really have nothing else to say about it, really. What can you do,
Man, you're right. And but I'm glad he back in the gym. I'm glad he bouncing back, and I'm glad he ready to move on and get to the next opponent and forget about that last fight.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the biggest thing.
And tell him I said congratulations too.
Say that again.
Tell him I said congratulations.
Oh, you got it.
I know I done told him, and we didn't chop it up, but I'm just so he hear it. Congratulations on the engagement.
Oh yeah, appreciate it. And that's another thing. Got ready for this wedding.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like we'll be back in. I mean, I got a couple ideas. I've been talking to somebody about a fight that I really do want for him. So we'll see if they want it and it comes to fruition, then you'll be the first to know.
All right, salute. Another question I got for you. I know this is not any one of your fighters, but I know Adrian Granados is fighting Danny Garcia.
Right there.
Huh?
That's my little through and through.
I know, and I've been telling people I got Adrian Granados in this fight, but don't nobody believe me. What is your take?
It's a tough fight. It's definitely a tough fight for Adrian. But I think that I've never seen anybody that's went through more bullshit in their boxing career than him.
It's like they blackballing him.
Just like I've told him, just like his fathers told him, his trainers and things like that. Like, just stay consistent. Your time is coming, and your moment will happen. And I believe that this is potentially that moment. Danny, I feel is going to overlook Adrian, just because he had that loss to Sean Porter, and then the horrible judging loss to Broner. But yeah, I think he's overlooking him. I don't think he's going to take Adrian serious, and Adrian's going to sneak up on him. He's a bad boy.
Yeah, I agree. You got anything else, 503?
Oh yeah, man. I want to ask the homie, what's up with your Denver Nuggets, man? I see you're a real Nuggets fan, man. What are they gonna do this year, man? Are they making it to the playoffs or what?
Right now, obviously, I'm biased and I got high hopes.
Right.
Western Conference Finals. If we don't get to the Western Conference Finals, it's a failure of a year. I feel. Throughout all the injuries that we battled through, to still be in first place pretty much the whole year. I mean, right now we're half a game behind Golden State, but I mean,
I thought that was in first place.
Super talented, and we're gonna keep making some noise. Joker for MVP.
Oh yeah.
You know that ain't gonna happen, but
bro, I like Jokers, man. He good.
Yeah, I do too, but I don't think he's gonna get MVP.
Nah, I mean,
the way James Harden playing.
Because he plays in Denver, he won't get it. But I mean, if you really look at like the accolades and the records and statistics and stuff like that, I mean, him and Giannis, it's really a toss up to me.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. I gotta ask you about this weekend, man. How you feel about this weekend of fights? With Pacquiao and Broner and Badu Jack versus Marcus Brown. Are you gonna watch that fight? Are you excited about that?
Yeah, I'm definitely watching the card. I'm definitely excited about it. I got a friend that's fighting on the card too, on the undercard, so I'm definitely gonna tune into the undercard and pretty much watch the whole thing. I like the Brown and Jack fight. Brown actually trained here in Colorado. Again, like you said, a lot of guys come out here to train. He trained here in Colorado for that fight.
Right.
I got to see him train once when I went down to the Springs. And he looks ready. He seems really ready. But Jack's tough. That was kind of a pick 'em for me. I'm not too sure. Probably lean towards Jack just because of the experience.
Yeah.
But as far as Broner and Pacquiao, me and Magson talked about this before, and Broner has zero chance of winning that fight.
Why you say that?
Huh?
Because Broner's are all bark no bite to me. When it comes to like the bright lights and actually being on that stage, I mean, I don't want to say he chokes, but he just don't back up what he says. And Pacquiao's still dangerous. For the first time in a long time, Broner's going into the fight being the bigger man. And if he thinks for 1 second he's going to try to step to Manny Pacquiao, he going to wake up looking at the lights. That's personally how I feel. But he just, he doesn't throw enough punches. He's all cocky. And I don't even believe his confidence anymore. I think the cockiness just comes from him being scared. That's why he talks and does what he does and acts the way he acts. I just don't feel that he's going to have enough for Pacquiao. Pacquiao is just going to be too much.
Okay, cool. Hey, that's a bold prediction, my brother. I'm hoping you're wrong though, man. I can't lie, man. I want this one for the hood, man. But I think me personally, that's just me talking with my heart. But in my mind, I feel like Pacquiao gonna win too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I definitely feel where you're coming from.
Every time I pick a fight with my heart, I lose.
Right on.
Broner, yeah, see, and that's the way Broner pulls some people in. Like, oh, this for the hood, this for the hood, this for the hood. Bro, you don't live in the hood no more. You don't even go back from what I hear. I mean, you live in a mansion in Miami. When's the last time you really actually been to Cincinnati? You don't have your gym in Cincinnati no more. You brought like maybe 2 of your people with you. I mean, don't say it's for the hood if you're not in the hood no more. That's just a way to try to keep people behind you.
Right. It's kind of like a gimmick, like you trying to pull people in, and he worked, bro. Cause we just watched the press conference, me and Mac, and shit, it's a lot of people from the hood.
it does work. Like, and that's just for Broner's gimmick. Because like I know Broner personally, he's a good dude, real good heart. You know, real loving and just real cool. Like that person that you see on the screen, you see on these press conferences and stuff. That's not him. That's not him at all. So I don't like when he pulls that shit. It don't do nothing to me. It don't impress me. You know, because I know dude, and yeah, that's not who he is.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, but you know, it's boxing. Anything can happen. So we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he won. You know,
Right.
I wouldn't be mad if he won. I actually would be glad if he won.
To be honest with you, it's kind of a catch-22 with me because I want Pacquiao to win so he can fight Earl next, but then I kind of want Broner to win too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really care who win though at the end of the day, but I want Pacquiao to kind of win because I want him to fight Earl, man. You know, I'm from we Texas boys, man. So you know, I want to see that fight.
Yeah, I hope Earl keeps winning because we got to see him and Terrence one day. We got to.
One day, I hope I see it this year.
Yeah, sure.
But I want that to be one of those December fights right at the end of the year. Give me a Christmas present.
Yeah, it sounds good, but if they fight, I don't think they'll fight until mid to late next year.
That actually sounds more reasonable. Like,
Right. Hey, Mac, let me ask Chris this, man. You
right.
recently said on your Twitter because I'm stalking your shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm on the hunt. You know what I'm saying? You said that PBC matchups are trash and they're not TV worthy. Can you be more specific on what matches you talking about? Can you elaborate on that for me, bro?
Yeah, I was watching the undercard of the Isakaki and what's the dude's name?
Plant.
Caleb Plant. There you go. I was watching the undercard because there was a specific fight I was waiting for that was supposed to be on TV, and it ended up being a swing bout. So they ended up fighting after the main event. But I was just watching the undercard, and the matchups were terrible. Like we're talking like
you didn't like Rigo? You didn't like Rigo matchup?
I'm sorry.
You didn't like the Rigo matchup? You think that was a mismatch to you?
We didn't, you know, honestly, we couldn't really tell if that was a mismatch or not because it ended so quickly. You know, but after the fact, you know, listening to what his opponent was talking about how Rigo was his idol, and you know he was shell shocked to even be in the ring with him, and this, that, and the third. I mean, you know, the fight was pretty much over before he ever got in the ring. But some of the other matches was just terrible. Like there was a fighter, I forget his name, that Robert Garcia had. It was 150. It was like 150 pounds. He fought an MMA crossover fighter who was 1-1. This dude was like 42, and like it looked like he never boxed a day in his life. It was terrible. Like that's what we're putting on Fox. Like I'm watching on FS1. That's what we're putting on TV.
Right.
And then you know, was a swing bout that they put on after the fact.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
Just some of the mismatches were the fights on there. You know, there were mismatches that they showed on TV. I just thought it was terrible. I thought it was terrible for television.
So with that being said, Chris, have you seen the zone card?
I haven't watched the zone card yet. No.
See, that's why you're saying the PBC cards is trash because you haven't seen. I really, matter of fact, are you watching any of the fights tonight?
Probably not. No.
Oh, so you won't get to see the zone going tonight. They got Demetrius Andrade fighting tonight.
I watched the Mayweather card last night, the Mayweather Promotions card last night. We got a training stuff tonight, and I got you know, some things to do. So I won't be watching that tonight. But I mean, I'll be watching. Like I said, I'll be watching tomorrow and the UFC card tomorrow too.
Oh yeah, I do want to see that UFC card tomorrow.
A real good friend of mine is fighting tomorrow on that UFC card, so I'm definitely be tuned in.
Okay, yeah, you got the PBC card. That was, I'm not gonna lie and say that wasn't a bad card. It was, but the zone is putting up way worse cards. I mean, completely. Matter of fact, just go watch the guy that Ryan Garcia fought last.
I did see that fight though. Ryan Garcia fight, yeah. You know,
he didn't look like he belonged in the ring.
No, I mean, and you know, and guys like that, they're gonna keep feeding Garcia chumps like that though, for sure.
They need to feed her son Garcia. But that would be a good step up fight and to get him in a good position because I think her son will beat him. Smash him, man.
He's Garcia's too little though. He's a 35-pounder, right?
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
30 pounds. Yeah, you're right. He is too little.
right.
Because Seville 140 ain't he?
Yeah, and that last fight was Seville's first fight at 140. You know, he had fought 147, and he's a big dude. Like when I first asked him, like, can you make 140? He was like, yeah. And I looked at him like he was crazy. I just wanted to see what he said because he's a big boy. You know, I mean, dude was about 200 pounds when he was playing college football. Just stacked.
How tall is Vale?
He's like 5'11", 6 foot, close to 6 foot.
He's my height fighting at 140. He don't need to be fighting at 140. That's a lot of strain on the body to make that weight. I'm 6 foot.
You know, but he did it. He did it easy though. Like he did it easy, and I was surprised. You know, and just how much stronger he is than everybody at 140. You know, is a strange. I mean, we got 54 pounders, 60 pounders, 47 pounders in the gym that he trains with that really don't even want to get in a ring with him because he hits too hard, and he don't even try. He don't even try sometimes. I mean, he's just trying to work with guys, you know. But he's just got that just natural, just thudding power, and you know. So I mean, imagine like I said, that down at 140. Yeah, we'll stay there for a while.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to him to getting some of them fights. I wish he had some more fights on him so he can get in that. He could have got in that World Boxing Super Series. Maybe next time though.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the that's one of the biggest goals this year is just to get him more fights. You know, get him some bigger opportunities. Because he deserves it. You know, we just gotta find people who want to say yes.
Yeah. Hey, Tom Bangus asked. Oh, he said. So, who do you think puts on better cards?
Personally, Top Rank.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's about the same.
it kind of it just depends on what card it is. You know, like some of the smaller cards, like Shakur's card that's at and Brian Jennings and everybody that's fighting tomorrow, like that whole card's solid.
They fighting tonight.
Tonight? Okay, tonight. My fault. Tonight. But
Yeah, that's going to be a pretty good card because they keep. It's like you're going to keep either Shakur Stevenson on one and you're going to put Teofimo on the other. So you know they always got those guys like back to back. But as far as the rest of the cards don't be. Eh.
Well, like I said, I think those smaller cards are more solid. It's the bigger cards that are going to be kind of a little more shaky than anything. I mean, that's to say, from what I've seen personally, you know, and I've been a part of a lot of Top Rank shows. My first ever show that I was ever a part of was the Pacquiao Mosley card. So Mike Alvarado had opened the pay-per-view portion of that card. That was the first card I was ever a part of. I mean, that whole card was solid, I thought. You know, and then we're just working some of the other ones, you know, the cards that they brought to Denver, the world title fights on HBO and stuff like that. Those ones are kind of a little less competitive, I guess. But like I said, some of the smaller shows, like when they go to like places like that where they'll be at tonight and stuff, those are a little better to me personally. I haven't been a part of a Golden Boy show, so I can't really say yet.
So, Golden Boy is kind of like the zone right now, so they in last place with me.
It's that bad, huh?
Yeah. You can't. It seemed like they just going getting people off a garbage truck. Say, hey, you feel like making a couple of dollars? Hey, come fight this guy for me. This is how I feel like they doing.
That's Colorado fights. So let me tell you this. So obviously this was get loose. So one of the things that when you talk to Manny and myself, we told you about how the promoters and people like that are just trash bullshit and they use people, stuff like that out here.
Yeah.
So I did have Sevilla matchup. The dude's name is Tyler Pogline. He was like 6'18" and 1. Had him, you know, convinced him, you know, talked him into the fight, whatever. He said yes. I had the promoter actually talking to him after that, you know, getting contracts taken care of and so forth. And he had sent a text message to the promoter yesterday saying that he wasn't going to take the fight because this other promoter out here that I don't really care to name talked him out of the fight. Basically, dude was a hater. He puts on a lot of shows. He's the one that brings those trash truck drivers out, ask them if they want to make, you know, $400 for a 4-round fight, and just come out there, look like turds, and get their asses handed to them. That's the kind of bullshit we're dealing with out here, and that started on Seville too. So that was one of the things that I wanted to address too. Is like, to this unknown promoter, or I mean, I call him an event coordinator. He's not really even a promoter. Like, fuck you. Stay the fuck out of our business. You know, stay to your local little bullshit circuit level with your fucking taxi cab drivers, and lead a real promotions, the real fights to the big boys.
Okay, and that's yeah. Have y'all looked outside of Colorado, getting some fights together? Maybe out here in Texas.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I cannot get a yes from anybody. This dude that we had fought as high as 168. His last fight he fought at 150, I believe. He was working his way back down. So I think just because he was so big, and he's like 6'2", he's a big motherfucker. Kind of convinced him to say yes. An older fighter, like I said, you know, he's got all those fights. So he was somebody that I was able to convince to say yes. But anyone else that's like would be a decent fight for him, you know, that would be a little more competitive and not a trash fight, like, they don't want to take the fight because it's a high risk for him.
Even bigger fighters are saying this is high risk.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm talking like guys out here that call out everybody under the sun in or around that weight class. I've never heard his name, and even when I'm like, okay, well, let's fight him. No, why don't you fight this other guy? Why don't you fight? Like, they try to put us off on like another guy. You guys should fight him.
So basically, they ducking the smoke, but they won't smoke with everybody else. But basically, they just straight ducking the smoke with Seville.
Pretty much, yeah.
And they bigger and scared, a little scared.
Yeah, I mean,
they can fight at a catch weight.
Yeah, like, I mean, I tried bringing guys down from 54, from 47, bringing guys up from 35. It's not working for him right now, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to say. You know, like I said, that fight hurt Seville, I think, for the short term more than anything.
And you know, it's crazy because when that's how I even ran across Seville was the fight, because I was looking at Kawan Sistrom, and I was looking for him because the fight before that he looked pretty good. So I was actually looking to see him fight on that card, and to see Seville do that, it kind of shocked me. Then I seen Money posted on Instagram, and I shared it, and Seville jumped on there, and that's when he talked to me, and I talked to him, and we got that interview together, and he was telling me everything. And the crazy part about it is the whole World Star, it getting put on World Star and everything, and it blew him up. But yeah, I understand what y'all mean by it's hurting him right now.
Yeah,
because that was back.
World Star, you just, you know, a fighter from Colorado. I mean, you know, that's a big deal, you know. So like I said, again, just like I said, a lot of dudes, you're gonna Google, see the video, and say, yeah, I'm gonna go this way. So, but it's okay. It'll be worth it. I mean, you know, he's been working, getting better, getting faster, getting stronger. You know, he didn't have a lot of experience as an amateur, you know, and he came to us kind of late. So, you know, it's also given us time to just work and get better. So the next time he steps in there, you know, he's only going to get better. He's only going to get stronger. He's only going to get faster. He's only going to get meaner. And right now, you know, people are just making him hungry again by making him wait and by saying no and keeping him on the shelf like that. You know, they're just waking that beast back up. You know, that was there before that fight in Vegas.
Yeah, man. I'm glad. I'm glad he's getting that hunger because his next fight. I feel sorry for his next opponent. I truly do, and I need to know when that fight is going to be. Hopefully, it's not around the Earl Spence fight, and I can make it.
What days the Earl fight again?
March 16th.
Okay, it'll be the week after. It's March 23rd.
Mm. I, I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna see if I can plan something out and make it to both fights because I do want to. I do want to see Seville, man. 503. You still there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm just listening. I'm listening, man.
Nah,
Uh,
he was looking at Twitter. He wasn't listening.
nah. I'm listening. I'm listening, man. Actually, man, I wanted to ask you about do you have any other up and coming fighters that you are working with besides Manny Lowe, Seville? You know, because I'm trying to study like the up and coming fighters, man. Mac been putting me on a lot of guys like Manny, Seville, Hot Sauce, just a bunch of different guys. So do you have any that maybe you think we should know about?
Nothing right now, honestly. It's like I told Mac before too. Like like me personally. This is just me personally. Like I won't work with anybody. Like I mean, I've had dozens of guys, ask me to work with them and stuff like that. But if I don't like if I don't feel you're gonna be something or you can be something, and you could change your life and make money the correct way, the way I feel you should, not as just going out being an opponent and a loser. Um, like then and I don't, like I said, have a personal relationship with you, or I can't build that, then I won't work with you. I put too much of my heart and my soul into these guys, and I refuse to not give somebody my all. There's been some guys in the past, that I've done that and things just didn't work out, which is okay. But as far as that, I mean, there's some younger amateur guys that I got my eye on that I've been talking to, that I'll definitely be working with once they decide to turn professional. But as of right now, no. This is probably the first time I've really even paid much attention to boxing since Manny's fight.
Right.
Take some time off, to take some time away, to put a lot into it, and then to get the result that we had, it just it took a lot out of me, and that's okay. Like I said, I don't mind that. I don't just manage the guys. I help train them. I'm a trainer,
Right. Right. Right.
partner. I'm good friends. We damn near like family, and but yeah, as far as like, I mean, I can definitely give you some names of some guys out here that are good little friends that you could definitely keep an eye out for. But
Yeah.
none my
Yeah.
stable part.
Drop some names for us, man, because I definitely want to know, bro. Like I said, I'm hungry. I'm on the up and up, bro. I'm trying to, learn this underground circuit, like, because I know these
Yeah,
guys are probably gonna be problems in, 2 or 3 years, man. If they manage right by guys like you that really care and stuff.
yes, sir. There's a kid named Misael Lopez. He just
Okay.
he just won a small title on Showtime a few months back. Undefeated kid at 130. He beat James Wilkinson. Uh, that fight, you could definitely find that fight online. Like I said, it was on Showbox. That kid right there is uber talented. Uh, Boxing skills are amazing. He's not your typical Mexican fighter just gonna come forward and stand there and brawl. The kid's
Right.
got dumb skill. Um, so he's definitely like, I can definitely see that kid being a world champion one day, like no doubt. And that ain't got nothing to do with me. I mean, I just feel that that's the kind of talent that he has. Um, there's that kid. There's a kid named at 135 named Jose Aureliano. Huge 135 pounder, punches like a Mack truck. Again, and has skill. Really, really good, talented kid. He's been under a promotional contract with the promoter out here since he turned pro. I actually match made his first, was it 4 or 5 fights?
Oh, so
Uh,
you do matchmaking too, huh?
yeah, I was working for a promotion out here for a while, doing some,
Okay.
but they're kind of going under. So I got out of there before the ship sunk.
Right.
Um, but yeah, he's another one that again, if taken care of and given the right fights, he's somebody that can definitely make a lot of noise. We got
Okay.
kids that are showing up on the national level now, like Donovan Estrella. He's what is he, 12, 13 and 0, 7 knockouts. He's fighting on Showtime coming up, I believe, in March as well. Yeah, so there's there's like I said, there's just a lot of good young talent out here, man. A lot of untapped potential, which is why I wanted to bring Top Rank out here. And I say Top Rank just because, like I said, I got a good relationship with them guys. Otherwise, I would try to say another top promoter. And then do my own shows just because those guys need more exposure, and I feel I can give them that.
Like, are you still doing any? You still working with some of the UFC and MMA fighters?
Yeah. Actually, one of again, another really good friend of mine. I'll actually be out at his fight. His name's Brandon Gertz. He's fighting February 15th on the Paramount Network. He's making his return. His last fight, he completely tore his shoulder, rotator cuff, and everything in his shoulder. But he's coming back from that. He's fighting February 15th in Connecticut. I'll actually be there, hopefully cornering him as well. So I'm super excited for that one.
You did a good job in Man in Corner. I saw you on TV. I started to snap a picture and you sent it to you.
I wasn't. If you would have did it, I wouldn't have looked at it. You know what's crazy too is I definitely want to make sure, and I've told him already, but I just want to put it out there again. I just wanted to give a shout out to Terrence, to Bud Crawford. Jamel Herring and a few of those guys, they came down and they were a part of camp with us for that fight. Jamel fought on the same card. He signed with Top Rank. Bud's obviously signed with Top Rank. They came down and got some work with us before that card, and it was crazy. I felt a little leery about it, about even having them around, because Bud showed up, and was there, helping Jamel out during sparring, and he was, giving Manny pointers and stuff like that. But I just felt a little weary because, Barboza was a Top Rank guy. Bo Mac, Bud, they're all Top Rank guys. So, a couple people brought it to my attention, maybe they're, throwing shit back over to this guy, telling him what we're doing, blah, 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 whatever. But Terrence, Jamel, and them actually sat right behind us, right behind our corner during the fight. And it was crazy. After each round, when I would get down from the ring, Terrence would be right there in my ear. Tell him do this, work on this, tell him to do that, tell him to go here. He can't fight doing this, do this, that, and the third. And even at that, during the rounds, I mean, if you listen to the broadcast, you can hear Terrence in the background yelling, screaming. You can hear Tim Bradley, commenting on it, saying, listen to Terrence Crawford, he's obviously good friends with Manny, blah, 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 whatever, back there giving him pointers and having his back, and I thought that was cool. I mean, he could have easily went, and stuck behind his stablemate. And went for the guy, that's a part of his promoter, his promotion. But he didn't, he showed a lot of loyalty, and a lot of love towards us, man. And, I gained a whole new respect for him, just off that. So thanks, Bud. Appreciate you.
Man, for real. Hey, David Thomas asked, what do you think about Truck Simpson?
About who?
Truck Simpson. He's an up-and-coming fighter. I've actually seen him. I actually follow him on Instagram.
Okay, yeah. I don't think I heard of him yet.
He's a nice fighter. He said, stay ready. Trump should have stayed at the Olympics. What you think? Huh?
I mean, hey, stay in the Olympics.
yeah, emphasize on that question, man.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these kids should try to follow what Shakur did. Shakur went to the level to where he made it to the Olympics. He obviously came up short, in the championship fight. But I mean, he gained a lot of experience by doing that, and then he came to the pro level. A lot of these guys now are having 10, 15 amateur fights and then just chasing the money. Take your time, develop yourself, grow up as a fighter, grow up as a man, and then jump into the sport. There's really no need to rush. You got all the time in the world. You're only given a short amount of time, especially when you turn professional in this sport. So take your time, hone your craft, and then when you're ready to jump in and do your thing. I mean, Lomachenko's a really good example of that. I mean,
what do you think about fighters like Joe Joyce? Do you think they waited too long?
Probably. I'm sure there was more going on in the life outside of just boxing, which probably prevented them from getting in there a little earlier. But he's got a real big fight coming up.
What's the Bermain Stavern?
Vern. And I used to be a big fan of Stavern too. I liked him. So he's got a big fight coming up. And he could kind of put all that to rest with a big win. Because a win over Stavern, should get him a title shot really. So who's to say?
Yeah, true. 503, what you got? You just listening, huh?
No, nah, man. I don't, bro. I'm a gentleman's gentleman, man. I don't interrupt you, while you asking the question, but I definitely got more questions. I wanna ask the homie, what is you say you're a manager. What does like the manager job consist of on a day-to-day basis? Like, are you what is your job like?
Well, I mean, obviously, book fights. Get sponsors, promote my guy. Yeah, I'm a manager. I'm a promoter in the sense to where I promote my guys. I promote what they're doing, not just in the ring, but outside of the ring as well. But like I said, gather sponsorships, bring awareness to them and who they are. Help them maximize their potential in and outside the ring. Obviously, when it comes to boxing, like I said, I negotiate purses, um, find matchups, network, and just put their names out there. Really, um, yeah. I mean, that's a gist of it. I mean, sure, there's more to it, but that's just kind of what's coming to my head right now.
Yeah, okay. The reason why I ask you that because you always hear about Al Heyman and what he does for his fighters, and you see so many fighters signing with Al Heyman and the PBC brand. What do you think as a manager, you being a manager yourself, what do you think Al does so good to have his stable so comfortable and his stable so enormous?
Because he pays his fighters very well. From guys up to Keith Thurman, top guys, Danny Garcia, whoever, all the way down to guys he just brings in. He pays them well, um, and he's a big name. I mean, for a while there, everybody wanted to be a part of Golden Boy because it was Oscar De La Hoya. Uh,
Right.
for a while, everybody wanted to be a part of Top Rank because it was Bob Arum. Manny Pacquiao was there. It just so happens that Al Heyman came out of nowhere and has got uber amounts of money to pay these guys to promote these guys to put on a lot of events throughout the year, whether it be pay per view, Fox events, cable television events, whatever. He takes care of his guys. He takes care of his fighters, and he's got obviously got decent matchmakers because they do their job with getting these guys wins, and then giving them their opportunities. And I think that's probably why a lot of people end up going there and eventually even stay there. I know some guys that were signed to him that, like, if you were signed to Golden Boy, you were signed to Top Rank, and you lose two times when you were undefeated fighter, and you lose two times, they're gonna cut you. They're gonna keep you. Like, there's no need for you. But Al don't do that. He sticks behind his guys and he still pays them well. And I think that's why he attracts a lot of the guys that he does, and his stable is so huge.
Right, right, right. Um, what have you learned from guys like Al Heyman, Bob Arum, Oscar De La Hoya, as far as like what you try to do in your formula, as what you try to do for your fighters? Could you tell me a little bit about what you learned for those guys just watching them?
Yeah, definitely. I think the biggest thing that I took from him is I don't is I treat my guys like they treat their top guys. I won't. I'm not here to just throw my guys into the wolves. Like, we're careful with our picks, with who we fight. We're careful with our matchmaking. And I treat them like I treat Manny and Savell like they're Manny Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford.
Right,
I, I treat them like, while they're with me and with them with me, I treat them like they're the top dog. And it's not to the point to where I like overwhelm them with, like, being a yes man or anything like that. I just let them know that they're worth a lot more than a lot of these guys say they're worth or try to act like they're worth. I think that's one of the main things that I've taken from them. Which is another reason why I even started doing the matchmaking. I took over for matchmaking for Manny a long time ago, just because I wasn't going to let anybody take advantage of him. Um,
Right.
and I promoted him. I see the way that Bob, especially, and the whole Top Rank team promotes their fighters, and I try to emulate that the best I can. I mean, obviously, I'm nowhere near as huge as any of them, but I just try to emulate that the best that I can, and make my guys feel comfortable and like they're worth the shit, really.
Have you thought about going the promotion route as far as getting like Seville or Manny into one of the big promoters to get him a fight? Staying a manager, not telling you stop being the manager, but
Yeah,
just
yeah,
making one.
absolutely. That's the goal, really. I mean, that's my goal for all of them.
Mhm.
Anybody that I work with, I want to pass off all that promotional duties and things like that to the promoters. With Manny, we've had two opportunities with Manny to get signed with Top Rank. Unfortunately, those were two of his losses. To where if he got the win, then they were going to sign him. So obviously both of those times, didn't go our way. But still, with him, with everybody else, that's the ultimate goal. With Manny, it's different now. With Manny, now we have to take some of these wild and crazy fights with some of these killers eventually, in order to get him back to that to in their good graces, basically to be signed. But that's definitely the goal. Um, and it's just like I tell some of the matchmakers, give me a guy who we take that win, he's going to be signed. Okay, beat this guy and you get that opportunity. Okay, if we feel that's okay, then that's definitely what we're gonna take. With Seville, I feel it's different. I just feel that I feel that he three to four more fights and I'll have promoters knocking down my door to sign him. And that's a beautiful thing. That's what we want. We want these guys to just not have to work full-time jobs, not have to even work part-time jobs, to make ends meet. I want them to be able to just get the promoter to pay them to train and fight the way they should. That's definitely the ultimate goal.
I really believe that he only needs one more fight. He already got his name out there. He just need another fight to show that it wasn't a
Fluke.
yeah
Yeah.
fluke, one hit
Yeah,
wonder.
we had that fight, but again, dude pulled out. It
Yeah,
was can't I want to say Kenny Robles. It was on the Mayweather card again, that one that I told you about.
yeah.
That would have been the fight because Leonard Ellerby was already
That,
talking
that
about
was the
doing,
one in Vegas, right?
yeah, was already talking about doing something with him, but that dude again, they probably did their research and said nope. So, but we'll get there, man. You just got to be patient. I mean, me, I got into this super young, and still, obviously, by boxing standards, with me doing what I do, I'm still super young. But we'll get there. I'm not worried about it. We'll get there. I'm a positive mindset. We'll get there.
Yeah. Hey, we got to stay positive.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely got to stay positive, and we pushing for you, man. I want to see you. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. You'll be like an Al Hammond around this motherfucker in about 5 or 10 years, man. Shit.
Yeah, no doubt. It's no doubt. There's no doubt about that. I've had offers to go even start with just matchmaking for top promoters already. Um, but it just wasn't. I didn't feel that was what I wanted at the time. I feel it was right. I felt that I owed it to my little brothers, basically is what I call them, to stay home and to grow with them and to that level together as a team rather than just me get a little bit of hype and then take off. I'm not going to do that to them.
Right, right, right. And I think what helped Al Heyman, in my opinion, he had a marquee fighter like a Floyd Mayweather, you know, and a lot of people seen what he did for Floyd and what Floyd did for him. Do you think you will need a marquee fighter? Not saying that Manny isn't or Seville isn't, but do you think probably you will need probably like another up and coming fighter that could probably get you to that next level, or y'all could probably coexist with each other?
Uh, yeah, yeah, I would definitely say that. Um, I mean, it's either that or just one of my guys comes through now. But
Right, right, right.
yeah,
Most definitely.
those I mean those come hand in hand. So yeah, I believe definitely I would need somebody like that. You know, I mean that would basically that's almost like Bomac and Terrence.
Right, right, exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
he if he didn't have Terrence, that would have been this would be a completely different ball game. He'd still be at local shows with me. Um,
Oh yeah,
so
most definitely, bro. That's what I always say. Like it's like a 50-50 thing with the trainer, manager, and the fighter. But you always need a talented fighter to get you to that next level. In most cases.
yeah, absolutely. Because I wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for Mike Alvarado. I mean, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I wouldn't be. I mean, I'd probably still be chasing my hoop dreams, honestly. But yeah. So I mean, it definitely starts, with that talented marquee guy, and I just happen to get lucky and start at the top with a guy who was already there, basically. Didn't have a world title shot yet, but he was, on pay per view, still an undefeated guy, knocking out everybody and their mama. Um, like I said, so I was just lucky in that sense. But yeah, so I know what it takes to get there. I feel it's just getting the right ingredients and the right pieces around to get there. Just like you said.
And, I'm trying to. I was. Hey, go ahead and ask him another one. 503. I'm sending for none a video of Seville right now.
Okay, okay. I was like I said, I've been watching your Twitter, man, and prepping for this interview or whatnot. You said that you have to be obsessed with your goals. What are some of the things that you think you're obsessed with, man? Like that you really, really, really want to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Just like something that you have to do.
Well, when it comes to the boxing game, I mean, it's almost pretty much just what we just talked about is getting my guys signed. I feel that if I do that, then my job was a success as a manager, as an advisor, as a trainer. I'm still gonna be there. I'm not going anywhere. But it would be just getting my guys signed. And I'm obsessed with that. I'm obsessed with networking with everybody. I'm obsessed with getting these guys to their final destination, to getting to those wins. That's why I took Manny's loss so hard. Um, Cried like a damn baby for a little while, honestly. But that when it comes to this boxing game, that's what I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with getting to that goal that I set for myself and that these guys set for themselves. That is, again, I don't want them to have to work another day in their life, a 9 to 5. I want them to be able to train and get paid to do it. I want them to, win titles, get fame, get money, take care of their families, and in the midst of that, I'll be taken care of too. So that's my obsession with this game. And then I just love it, and I think boxing is my obsession as well. Um, we didn't really watch boxing much when I was younger. I didn't pay attention to it. I was all about playing basketball. So all I wanted to do was just play ball. Um, my anger is kind of what brought me into boxing, and immediately as soon as I went in the gym, I just fell in love. I fell in love with training. I fell in love with the business side of it more, and that actually happened pretty fast. And that was definitely something that I didn't think that would happen, but I just fell in
Right.
love with the way, and it's boxing is my obsession anymore. Just I mean
Yes. Yes.
it's giving me some of the highest highs and lowest lows of my life, and
Right. Right. Um, when was the exact age did you just fall in love with boxing? If you don't mind me asking, like, was you like 18? Was you in 20s? Was you like out of college? After your hoop dreams, how did that all happen for you, bro?
well, I was definitely in my 20s. I'm trying to remember exactly what year. I want to say 2010, 2011. Found it pretty late. Like I said, I was, I had a lot of anger issues, and Mike Alvarado, who was somebody that I knew from wrestling and stuff growing up. I just hit him up. I mean, I was never aware of like how big he was and who he was really. I mean, he was just Mike to me. I was just like, hey man, like I want to go to the gym and just work out. I was like, can I go with you? Can you take me? He's like, yeah, yeah. He's like, I actually need a ride to the gym tomorrow. He's like, can you come pick me up? I'm like, yeah, where you live? Come to find out, he lived literally like 5 minutes away from me. Um, I said I picked him up, went into the gym, and I got pressed real hard. The first day I went into the gym, I'll tell you the story. The first day I went into the gym, Mike was kind of a knucklehead back in the day, so he'd bring in his little, his crew and all his little homies and shit, and they were a bunch of losers, honestly.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were there chasing money, chasing the fame, just trying to make a buck and hang out with the champ.
And this was all in Colorado?
Yeah, it was on Colorado.
Okay.
So I went to the gym with him, and like his manager at the time, and both of his coaches at the time, they were kind of giving me like the cold shoulder, looking at me crazy and stuff like that. And there was a professional that they had in there. The kid was like 3-0. He came in to spar, and the person that they had coming in to spar him didn't show up. So his manager at the time is big cholo looking dude. I mean, like muscles like crazy, wearing a headband. He looked like he came straight from out from the homies t-shirt.
Right.
He was like, he walked up to me just always like, hey, how much do you weigh? And at that time I was like about 140, 145, something like that. He goes, you want to spar? And like I'm looking at Mike, and he says this in front of everybody. Like I'm looking at Mike, everybody's just looking at me. Mike's like, he was shaking his head, like, go ahead. And I was like, oh man, like I don't have any gear. Mike's like, I got everything. It's like, fuck. I don't have a mouthpiece either, man. I told his man, he's like, come to the back. He's like, I got one here. Let's go mold it right quick. I was like, fuck. So like the first day I
Yeah,
walked
so
in,
they kind of threw you, they kind of put you on the spot.
yeah. So I was,
like
sweat,
no
like
offense,
a
but they was probably
skeleton.
kind of like they was picking on you. You know what I'm saying? Because you probably didn't look like a fighter.
Exactly.
Yeah. I would agree with that too. So we went in the back, molded the mouthpiece. I got ready, man. I was so fucking nervous. I mean, street fighting. I've gotten plenty of street fights. I mean, I already knew that. Like that's different. But like this was more of a controlled environment, and I had never really done that before. So I mean, it was just like breathe, do your thing, and I was just like, all right. So I went in there, and I mean, I wasn't breathing like I should be. During the round, like they were like, yo, like breathe, like your lips are fucking purple. Breathe when you punch. Breathe. I'm just like, fuck, man, this is hard. But the dude was a professional 3-0. He was a hard hitter, and I beat the dog shit out of him. They stopped it. He was bleeding. He was all bloody. And it was like, all right, no more. We're good. And I was just like, damn, like I like this.
So you had already knew how to fight, but they didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I had never trained before, like boxing and shit like that. But like I said, just growing up in the streets, just fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, well, let's get it. And I got
Right.
there, and like I said, fuck that kid. He didn't even fight. He fought. He was supposed to fight 2 weeks later. He didn't even fight.
Oh
And
damn, you fucked him
never
up
seen.
that bad?
Never,
He took you lightly.
no problem. I mean, I don't know whether he. I mean, after a couple times after hitting him, I wouldn't think he would take me lightly because he was trying to take my
Yeah.
head off. After a while, I was just literally just standing in the corner and just waiting for him to just teeing off. Boom, 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 boom. And yeah, man, and like I said, from that moment on, I fucking fell in love with it. And then so like come to find out, like working with Mike, and so after that day I started picking him up every day. He was in training camp. He's fighting Ray Nar for the WBC Continental Americas title. I picked him up every day to go to the gym and to train from that day on. And that's when I kind of started to learn more about like the business, because his manager was kind of wasn't good, basically. He wasn't a good person. He was a user, a liar, things like that. And he used Mike a lot. And I started to learn that like this dude's supposed to be like top athlete, and he has like nobody like helping him out, nobody backing him up. He wasn't getting no sponsorships, like no shit. So I was just like, hey man, like I got a good mouthpiece. Let me see what I could do. Let me help you out, get some extra money in your pocket for the fight, whatever. And then obviously, oh yeah, go ahead, man, do that, and I'll break you off something. So I just kind of started, and then I, just started paying attention to boxing, and what was going on, and I just ended up learning as things went on, just trial by error. And like I said, I started at the top. My first fight was a massive pay-per-view card on Manny Pacquiao, and Mike was on that portion of the card. So like I said, it was just learning from there. I started from the top, and then had to go back down to the bottom, and here we are.
Started from the bottom, now you here. Shit, man. I love that story, man. That's dope.
That's fact. And I mean, and you asked earlier about the obsession. The obsession is getting back there.
Right.
You know,
So it
been there.
seemed like kind of like, with Mike, y'all started from the bottom, worked our way up, and you was like kind of like on top of the world, and that's kind of like you building back with your guys now with Manny and whatchamacallit?
Bill.
Seville.
Seville, yeah, Seville, my bad, Seville,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm just building. Like I'm doing it like he was already established. Like I'm taking guys that weren't established and I'm working my way up with them. If it wasn't for Mike, I would have never met Manny. That's how I met him. He came in and was a part of the gym and trained with us. That's how I met Manny. So without Mike, I would have never met him, and I wouldn't be able to do this on my own. So yeah, I mean, just it's almost like a boxing rag to riches story. Back
Yeah,
down to the rag. Now we getting back to the riches again.
yeah, that's dope, bro. That's dope, man. Uh,
It's
so
one
so
hell of
you
a
never,
story.
yeah, that's a hell of a story. So you never went to school, or you don't have like a business background or none of that shit. You just was learning on the job, basically.
Yeah, learning on the job. I mean, I went to school. I went to college. I played basketball in college.
Right.
That's pretty much the whole reason why I went. That and my homies. Um, I was studying early childhood education, and then physical education was my minor. But yeah, it just ended up being like a learning on the job type of thing. The boxing game is dirty, and a lot
Right.
of people play dirty, and they look at me, and I don't look like the type that can deal with that. I don't look like the type that's got some common sense and street smarts. But lo and behold, my personality just happened to fit good in how a lot of these people were and dealing with a lot of these people. So it just happened to be. I mean, I always feel it was a match made in heaven.
Dope. That's dope, bro. That's dope, man. I wish you nothing but success, man. For real. I want to see Manny win, and I want to see your boy win too, man. For real.
Question: You out of Dallas, right?
Who, me? No, Houston. Houston. We the Houston hard
Houston.
hitters, bro. Houston
Okay.
Yeah,
hard hitters.
yeah. This the first episode of the Houston
Yeah, the
Oilers.
Houston hard hitters. You right? Okay. That is say because my guy just hit me up and said he was listening. His name was Rashad Hicks. He's from Dallas. He's an undefeated fighter out of Dallas.
Okay.
12 and
Yeah,
0.
man. Well, shit. If you can link us with him, man, we'll definitely do an interview with him. Cause like I said, bro, I'm new to this. Mac is teaching me, about guys like Manny and Mr. Hassan and shit like that. So I'm trying to learn about these fighters, man. I'm definitely trying to learn. I
Yeah,
want to learn, bro.
like I told him, I said, it's all good watching, the stars in boxing, but you get your better fights of these up and coming fighters because they hungry.
Yeah, they fighting for
All of
something.
them hungry. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
like watching these up and coming fighters. They don't last as long. You're not getting these 12-round fights, but you're getting for 4 to 8 rounds. I'm talking, you're getting some vicious fights.
Yeah, you getting your
Great
money.
fights. Yeah.
You guaranteed your money's worth.
Yeah. And they show a lot of them on Facebook. You see them, you can see some of these promotional companies use YouTube Live. They use some of these social media outlets, Periscope, to show these fights. So sometimes that's where you got to go to see them.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the beauty of having the social media age that we're in is that like you don't miss fight, like you don't miss anything. Like
Exactly.
that fight that I said I was watching for I was looking for on that PPC card that was supposed to be on the televised portion. I still ended up being able to check it out via social media. Somebody just streaming it, doing a live stream from the event via Facebook, so I was still able to check it out. Uh, it was a guy that we talked about before that I had wanted to fight for Manny. That's why I was watching it. So, you
Yeah.
know,
And
he uh,
Reggie,
he he knows we want it. So we'll see. We'll see if he wants to take the fight again or not, or this time or not. And
yeah.
he's a Texas boy too. So sorry, fellas.
Talk about who's turning the fight down.
Yeah.
Oh
Man,
man. Oh
man.
man. Shit,
Hey,
I don't
I've
blame
been,
him, man. You got dudes walking out the ring and quitting and shit, bro. That's kind of scary, man.
think about it. He did that before FL Jogba did his. You know, That's what's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I give Sis Trump, some type of credit. I mean, he stood in there. He tried to trade punches with at least the other dude. He just jumped as soon as the bell rang. He just jumped out and said peace.
Yeah.
Fuck this. But yeah, but we're aiming for it, man. I mean, hopefully that fight can come to fruition. I would like it. I'm gonna try to be respectful to the dude this time around because obviously disrespecting him and talking shit after he was already shit talking is obviously isn't it didn't work. So we'll just be respectful and see if he wants to fight.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Hopefully something come up, man.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the cowboy wants to take it. Hopefully.
Oh man.
If that didn't tell you who it was, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, we'll see.
And he's coming off a knockout win over a dude that beat Manny. So why not take it?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see. You talking about he knocked out Tommy Rope?
No. I'm not talking about Seville. I'm talking about the kid from Manny.
Oh.
We talked about where's he from? Is he from Dallas or Houston, San Antonio, somewhere? The ginger head dude, the white boy with the red hair, wears a cowboy hat. His name's Cowboy.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of his name.
Carl. Ryan.
Yeah,
Carl.
he fighting on the top ranked card, I think February 2nd, if I'm not mistaken.
Ryan Carl. No, he just fought on that PBC card on the Caleb Plant and Izgaki undercard. He signed with Al Heyman.
Oh yeah, you showed right.
Yeah, him. That's the fight I want. I want that fight for Manny. I already know what date I want, what card I want it on. They're working on it, so we'll see if it happens.
Yeah.
I'm not too. I don't think dude will take it, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't want to say anything bad about him.
Yeah, you talking about Ryan Carl? Yeah, that's who you talking
Yeah,
about.
Ryan the Cowboy Call. Yeah, that's him. He sure did just fight.
Mm-hmm. He rematched the dude that just knocked him out, Kevin Watts, and Kevin Watts beat Manny, which he really didn't beat him that fight. I mean, that was just
that was the fight I saw that Manny did win, was beating him up, especially in that last round. You sent me the video of that fight.
And he cut him up, like he cut dude, and dude was just he was beat. But I mean, money talks in this game, as you know. Like I said, it can be real dirty.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, I know everybody's starting to leave out the chat because 78 Sports TV, one of the guys that we deal with on the LDBC tip is going live at 7 o'clock. So man, I'm gonna get ready and cut this one short. I hate we couldn't have did it longer, but we always got this weekend and we got next. We talked about next week too to do something.
Yeah, we'll definitely we'll get together next week with Seville. I'll have Seville and Manny both there with me, so I'll let them jump on and do their thing, and let y'all do y'all's thing.
All right, that'll be even better.
Yeah, that's dope. Appreciate that look, man. We definitely need that look, man. I'm definitely want to talk to Seville and Manny, man, and see how Seville feel about this gift and this curse that he have on him, man. Because I know it's frustrating.
He got some power too, man.
I might have to change his nickname to the gift and the curse.
Yeah, he can't be the assassin no more.
Yeah, right. I gotta put him in pink and some fucking do something.
No, don't do that, man.
Give a Jerry curl or something. Make him a little feminist. So these dudes wanna come get some or something.
Keep him in black. Call him the Grim Reaper.
Come on, man.
Have them come out with a real.
Here's these
Yeah,
kids in social media ages, man. They don't want to see that. They don't.
that's perfectly. They too sensitive any damn way.
Exactly, and that's the problem. That's the problem we had. And see, and they're making grown men sensitive like that now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and that's man. I had a whole live show about that too. I think we was on for 3 hours, wasn't we? 503.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, they gotta. I mean, but if it wasn't for social media and just and everything so technical these days, we wouldn't be able to do stuff like this. So
Yeah.
it's the gift and the curse, like you said.
For real. I appreciate you coming on, man. Hey, tell the people how they can follow you.
Yeah, again, Instagram, Twitter, at Maclean Messes. It's both my last names, mom and pop's last names. It's MacleanMaestas. So follow me on there. I'm definitely gonna start ramping things back up. I don't use my Twitter too much, but I'm gonna definitely start now that I know some people's paying attention to it a little bit. So
Yeah.
most definitely,
You be on Instagram a lot, especially
yeah, I
on the
try.
story mode.
I mean, I looked after the Manny fight and I was like, damn, I ain't posting nothing in a minute. I gotta I gotta get back on this a little bit. So
Y'all had too much going on in camp.
it wasn't even that. Just it was after the fight, man. I ain't want shit to do with anything or anybody. Like I really didn't. I mean, I think I've only posted what 3 videos or three things on Instagram since the fight.
Yeah. Besides your story mode, yeah, I think it was only been about 3 things.
Yeah, besides the story, yeah, just 3. With my grandma and then about my guy Brandon,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fight February 15th. So make sure y'all tune in to check him out too, man. That's talk about violence in a cage. That motherfucker is the most violent dude that I know.
Are you ready to see Tyrone Woodley come back?
Yeah, man. Yeah. He's got a tough fight though.
Yeah.
Kamaru Usman is no pushover. He's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely ready to see that. I like Woodley.
Me
I
too.
like him better when he shuts up and just fights because he's a crybaby. But as a fighter, that motherfucker's an animal.
Well, he don't get the fights that he should be getting. They won't put him in there with nobody tough. He's finally getting some tougher fights.
Well, it's not. I mean, he's the champion. I mean, everybody he
Yeah.
fights is tough. I mean, I don't see him losing his title at all to anybody in that
Yeah,
division.
but he
But
won't Connor.
I mean, of course, I mean that's gonna make that dude a multi-millionaire fighting Connor.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody wants Connor. Heavyweights want to fight Connor. Like
True.
he's little. That dude's no bigger than I am. You don't need to be
Man,
fighting.
Connor ain't that small, man. Connor,
He,
you got to remember he fights at 160 something. He fought Mayweather
no,
at a catchweight.
he fought Mayweather
Yeah.
at 54.
Yeah. And he went
And
down to fight that. And he was bigger than Mayweather.
his normal weight class, like he started out at 145,
Yeah.
and then now he's fighting at 155. I mean, he fought what's his name Diaz at 170, but I mean that was. I mean, he was huge, and you seen how much shit he looked like. I mean, I walk around at 170, so like I said, that's just walk around weight. So he's no bigger than I am.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, nah, he and Woodley's cutting from 200 to get to 170. So no. He'll kill him.
Yeah, I think so too.
He'll hit him once again. But make sure you check out that ESPN Plus card tomorrow. The UFC one.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
of
I am.
our real good buddies. I'll send you over some information. His name's Donald Cerrone.
Okay.
Funny, his nickname's Cowboy as well. Yeah, he's fighting, and that's my guy, man. I got a lot of love for that dude. He's been there for me, a lot, and he never had to be. We just happened to meet randomly, and he's been a good dude in my life since then. So I always show him much love and much respect, and he's just a hell of a fighter. So make sure y'all check that out for me.
I damn sure will. Yeah, because I know I'm gonna be watching the Broner fight, but I am gonna watch that fight too.
Yeah, that ESPN card should end before the Pacquiao before at least the co-main event comes on for the Pacquiao Broner card. So you should be able to squeeze in both.
All right, I sure will. Hey,
So yeah.
503, you got any more questions before we get on?
Now I wanted to see, did we warm you up enough, man, to get what you had to get off your chest, bro, before we end this? Oh, we gotta wait.
We ain't got enough time for that. We'll wait for Saturday when the boys are around, so we
Okay,
can.
okay, okay.
We can. It just ain't gonna be that many people in here. We only got 2 people in the chat now, so
We'll wait for the boys Saturday so they can chime in as well.
okay. Well,
Okay, cool.
that'll be perfect. So
So
yeah,
you
everybody.
can get a good one Saturday. Make sure you push that one. You gonna have all the boys on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna push it. Matter of fact, that's next Saturday, right?
Yeah.
26. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and set up an event on here so everybody can see it ahead of time.
All right. Let's do it.
Already, man. And I appreciate you for coming on, man. Uh, it's always good chopping it up with you, man, because it gives us so many insight to the behind the scenes aspect of boxing that a lot of people don't see, and you teaching a lot of people knowledge that's listening into this too, and this gonna get a lot of views. I actually had it was like 20 some people in the chat just in, and I know it's gonna get over 100 views, so it's
We
you
we
gonna.
we're working. We all going to the top. In everything we're doing. So
And I'm gonna continue to push you guys as much as possible. Anybody you think is ducking, we'll call them out for you.
I gotta be nice about that right now.
Yeah, man.
So hey,
Hey,
but I need them shirts. So get
oh,
on
oh,
that.
yeah, I'm gonna
Shirts.
get on it. I'm gonna get on it. Matter of fact, in about 2 weeks, I'm gonna go ahead and put an order in. I'm gonna get about a few different sizes.
All right, and I got yours. So let me know.
Already, man. And 503, anything else, bro?
Oh man, I just appreciate the homie, man. Chris, man, I'm definitely following you on social media. I be on your Twitter, on your Instagram, man. So I'm definitely gonna be checking you out, probably on a day-to-day basis to see what you're talking about, bro. So just I
Yeah,
might I
man.
might make a comment or retweet some of your shit, bro. So I'm gonna definitely be looking for you.
Yeah, definitely hit me up. Anytime. We link up anytime. Chop it up, whatever. I'm always open to it. So
For
Already.
sure.
Hey, already. Close us out, 503.
Oh man, salute to the homie Chris, man. One of the up and coming managers, man, in this game, man. He out of Colorado Springs, Denver. I mean Denver, Colorado, man. Training Colorado Springs and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the homie Mac for bringing me on. This is the first episode of the Houston Hard Hitters. You just heard us live and direct, man. One of our first interviews. We definitely got more to come. Be on the lookout. We got some more interviews coming this weekend and next weekend. So just stay on the lookout for us, man. I told y'all we coming. H-Town for real.
Right on, man. Y'all got the Houston Hard Hitters of Boxing. Shout out to the whole LDBC. That's Lion Den's boxing community, man. We out here putting in work for the home team. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be looking out. We got something special for y'all this Sunday. Real special. So just stay tuned and be looking out. We we might we ain't gonna let the cat out the bag. Just know it's gonna be something real special. So big interview. But yeah, man, y'all know what it is. It's Matt with Stay Ready Boxing TV and my Houston Hard Hitter brother 503 line. And you ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. One. Peace.